Gladys Knight went through the ups and downs of love and family before becoming a cherished figure in the music business. In 1962, she was married for the first time to another musician, James G. Newman Iu. After 7 years of separation, despite their initial hopes for a long-lasting union, the couple separated in January 1973. That night, they filed for an uncontested divorce, which was ultimately granted, and part of the divorce agreement stated that Knight will retain custody of their 2 children, a son and a daughter. Gladys Knight had more love in store for her when she met Barry Hankerson in 1971. Their encounter, which took place when Hankerson acted Nice Group Gladys Knight and the Pips to perform at a charity telethon in Detroit, more at the beginning of a profound connection following the end of Room Fur, introduced her to the complexities of maintaining a career in the spotlight while navigating the challenges of personal relationships. Barry Hankerson started the divorce process, and the subsequent legal struggle was tense and emotional. The battle over custody of their son, Shango, was one of the most difficult aspects of the divorce. Although Mary kept the young boy away from his mother for nearly 6 months, causing great distress to the singer, Knight was determined to protect her son and her parental rights, and she fought tenaciously in court to regain custody. She faced the financial burden of legal battles, but remains that steadfast in her commitment to Shango's well-being in an interview during this trying time. In 1978, Barry Hankerson sought a divorce from Knight, but he abandoned the case after only 4 weeks. During this period, he expressed his love for Knight and his dedication to their family in a Jet magazine interview. However, the divorce was ultimately finalized, and Knight found herself facing the pain of a second failed marriage. She spoke about this pain while a part of her life, like anyone else, was made worse by his public nature. Hankerson stated that he did not want to be the one to be responsible for ending their marriage, despite the complexity of their relationship. The striking Grace, who is known for her resiliency, made it through this trying time with her spirit unbroken, her commitment to keep her son safe, and her deft handling of tomatoes. Notwithstanding the difficulties of her prior marriages, her strength of character was evident in the waters of divorce. Gladys Knight stayed hopeful about finding love and was engaged to motivational speaker Le Brown in 1993. The couple made their public debuts at Maya Angelou's 65th birthday party and planned to exchange vows on Thanksgiving. However, after exchanging warm wishes for each other's continued success in both their personal and professional lives, they decided to call it quits. They ended their engagement on amicable terms. Gladys Knight found herself walking down the aisle once more, this time with William McDowell. Their marriage marked a fresh start, and the couple began their journey of love into gather notes. Nice engagements for Brown lasted almost 3 years, but ultimately they shall separate paths. But this experience reinforced Nice's belief in the enduring power of love. In 1995, Gladys Knight found herself walking down the aisle once again, this time with Brown. She emphasized that love is what keeps the world spinning, and that it is a universal truth that transcends cliches. She thought that love was the motivating force behind all human relationships and aspirations, parallels to her love and success in life. The house tragedy of Gladys was equally troubling. Psoriasis, an autoimmune skin condition that causes red, scaly patches on the skin, has molded Gladys' life since an early age. For Gladys, it has been a constant companion, giving her both physical and mental pain. As if coping with psoriasis wasn't difficult enough, Gladys faced another powerful battle after turning 18. Her struggle with this ailment began as a child, and she learned to manage with its obvious symptoms and the social shame connected with it. Psoriatic arthritis affects the joints naturally and results in stiffness, discomfort, and edema. Gladys' joints developed into inflammatory battlegrounds, severely limiting her mobility. Gladys had goals and ambitions like anyone else for her budding profession, but she faced and anticipated obstacles due to the stiffness in her joints. This crippling condition fundamentally changed the trajectory of her life. Despite her commitment and talent, she found it increasingly difficult to satisfy the demands of her career after 2020 because of a recurrence of psoriatic arthritis that made it impossible for her to accomplish some duties necessary for her job. Gladys used hydrocortisone as a medication to help her manage her psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis. Gladys saw variations in her lifestyle throughout the years as a result of the drug further worsening her psoriasis, which hydrocortisone, a corticosteroid used to reduce inflammation in the body, gave relief for. Dark effects for Gladys resulted from the strain on her already compromised joints caused by the lengthy and required use of cortisone in the form of hydrocortisone. When hydrocortisone and other corticosteroids are used for an extended period of time, the result can be Cushing syndrome. This illness is characterized by a number of symptoms, including weight gain, muscle weakness, skin thinning, and, possibly most concerningly, an infection vulnerability. Gladys suffered from Cushing syndrome, which left her mentally and physically ravaged. She had to deal with the cruel irony that the medication she had used to treat her psoriasis had actually led to a new set of crippling health problems. The progression of the Cushing syndrome Gladys was forced to make the difficult decision to stop taking cortisone altogether, but this choice had repercussions since without the prescription, certain things happened. Her key to controlling psoriasis to deal with the agony caused by the resurgence of our class's psoriasis, the student's skin condition flared up with a vengeance. The intense itching discomforts and pain made it almost impossible for her to function. Prescription painkillers were used, but they had their own set of side effects and the potential for addiction. Relentless and unforgiving was the loop of maintaining pain while fending off flare-up apparatus. Early in August 2023, as Gladys' freckles continued to multiply, she suffered yet another terrible setback: difficulty breathing. After seeking medical help, she was informed horrifyingly that she would need medical oxygen for the rest of her life. This development further isolated her and added to her already heavy physical and emotional burden. On September 7, 2023, at a Memphis hospital, Gladys unfortunately lost her fight against the complications of her lung disease and the relentless assault of psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis question syndrome. She, along with the family's father, serve as an appropriate reminder of the enormous impact that chronic illnesses may have on a person's life and the significance of continued research and assistance for those dealing with such issues. Thanks for watching my video.